It's the roll up, it's the vibes, and we back at it for the college football preview show for the Big Three: Florida State, Miami. I'm with my co-host Ahmmon Richards, Miami Hurricane legend, and Kenny Shaw, Florida State legend. What it do, fellas? How y'all feeling?
Feeling good,
Man,
man. Victory coming this weekend. So can't complain.
Mm,
I'm blessed, man. That's all I can really say.
blessed. Yeah, you undefeated, bro. You definitely blessed right now. Hopefully,
Undefeated, man. I got these Hurricanes. They ain't confident in playing us no more.
mm,
Hey man,
Gainesville, I can't really talk about the swamp because they think that's the Super Bowls in the swamp. So I can't say nothing about them. They play hard in there, but
Super Bowl.
I'm
Y'all,
blessed, man.
y'all flooded the field last year when y'all beat us as a 6-win team. So
You know, it's
shout out to the puppy in the back.
man.
Hey, we hanging out, man. Thanks y'all for pulling up. We got quite the show today. We got a few people coming to hang out with us. Roll ups, very own Virginia podcast. OGhoo is gonna be hanging out with us from the Hill podcast. We're gonna talk some football with him and talk about this Miami matchup. I think they big dogs to Miami a little bit. Last time we had OGhoo on here, they ran down on them boys, man. We also gonna be talking some Georgia Florida cocktail game with My God, a podcast, a Georgia sports podcast hosted by my guy Jim Wood. Jim's gonna pull up and kick it with us a little bit today. But before we get into all of that, let me catch up with y'all boys a little bit. Y'all was in your respective cities. Kenny had the jit around the cheerleaders, hanging out, vibing for homecoming. Amon was down there. Hey, bro, I was about to send out some help and make sure everything was okay, bro. You was chugging that tequila a little heavy in the trailer, my guy.
Man, listen. Hey,
That's how
hey,
y'all do it in Miami. Explain
Miami
the
fans,
tequila to me.
Hey,
Yeah, explain that tequila. You said it's the best tequila or the strongest tequila in Miami. Explain that tequila to me. And
oh
you're a veteran drinker, bro.
yeah. Let me find a picture because I didn't have flashbacks looking at that. Yeah, hold on.
You woke up all right the next day. You was straight.
I woke up. That's the thing is that you wake up the next day cool. Like it's not, but it gets you out of there quick. I think that's what it is. It gets you out of there so quick that the next day you pretty much
hey,
in
Silk. Hey,
covering
Silk,
that
you right though.
game.
He was chugging that shit. I'm like, I'm just
Bruh.
happy my dog ain't chugging that. Listen, no Rod Wave with that combo. But
After a loss, that's crazy. That'd be
hey,
crazy.
I'm finna send them folks at you. Hey, I said, what they drink away this pain? Or what that Georgia
Man,
Tech loss must have been like. I gotta
hey,
drink this pain away.
listen.
What was the name of that tequila, bro? I need to know for the
Trying to
streets.
find it, bro. Someone in here know it. Any Miami fan in here, I'm trying to find a picture.
Okay,
Mm.
why you looking for it, man? Kenny, what was the vibes like in Tally, bro? Homecoming vibes. We know you went to golf. They had Junior hanging out with
Oh,
the cheerleaders. Every time I see my man Keywan Ratliff in that ugly Florida State stuff, I be like, come on, dog. We gotta get my dog back home.
Oh,
He was
you
on
saw
the clip on the vlog. Like, what's up with it, man?
man, it was just like I said, it was a blessed, serene weekend. It was started with golf. Then it transitioned over to a vintage shop where, shout out to Pick, they got some good vintage shit. And, I always like wearing our old logo. That's the only shit I know playing in. So, I represent Florida State, but I do like seeing the old logo in clothing. So
Yeah.
we circled over there, and then, man, little man, hey, I got to watch him, man. Hey, already every game we go to, this is second game he went to, and cheerleaders just stopping. That's the biggest smile I ever see on his face. So
Yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I gotta watch the Jit. But overall, it was a good weekend. Everybody came on the sideline. There was a lot of recruits in that weekend. I did see that. So it's always weird seeing a spot that you once was in life. You know what I mean? Just
Right.
going to
Full
games
circle a
and
little bit.
you full circles. You feel good that you got to that point. All those kids got wise on that sideline. So it was a good weekend, man. We got to win. They scared me for a little bit. Like I said, we went down for a minute, and there was one completion away from going up. Two
Yeah.
scores. So we showed a lot of resiliency, and that that's always a good thing in a football team.
Most definitely. One thing I like about them vintage shops, you ain't about to be looking like nobody else in the stadium. Like you're gonna
At
have some
all.
one of one type vibes generally. And Pick had some dope drip. I want to get a pair of them sunglasses you and Bro had on, them Dros. Them shits was gas. I've been seeing them around on socials a little bit.
Next time I see you, I got you a pair.
Bet that up. Bet that up. Shout out to the Dro Shades and Pick and my guy Doug over there, man. A lot of love. The vlog's gonna be dropping tomorrow. Both of these guys' vlogs will be dropping tomorrow. We was gonna drop it tonight, but we had some creative fixes that we had to do. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure these things look how we want them to look, keep the vibes going, man. But we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Like my man S. Dot said in the comments, hit that like button, like and subscribe to the channel. I got a big matchup this week. I need one of these teams y'all playing because y'all got some cupcake matchups. I need one of these teams y'all playing to help me out. You know what I'm saying? Just in case things go wrong for me. Yeah, somebody else that be just as sad as me. You feel me?
Hey, there ain't no more cupcake talk at this time of the year. I think everybody come in each week like it's any given Saturday, And
Yeah.
I think only those folks in that locker room know really what's up and what's finna go down. You know what I mean? And that's a switch up of a player mindset and a fan perspective. Like we can be confident, but what we seeing this year is wide open.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of parity.
Yeah, that's my dog, by the way. I'm about to put him outside. But,
hey man, you gonna have Peter in our comments on YouTube, bro. They're gonna send them peep badges. Make sure you ain't getting no Vic stuff going on over here.
Man, I'm dog sitting too. Man, that's my mama dog. I said, man, my dog don't bark. Rottweilers don't bark too much.
Nah, they want to creep up. They want you to walk into a disaster
but
a little bit.
My mom dog, hey, he will bark at a leaf. But yeah, I think those folks in those locker rooms, they the only ones who as confident as can be. So they probably know they going, who knows, to the national championship.
Already. We got my man OGhoo on here. Let's pay some bills real quick before we kick in and talk some Miami, Virginia talk. Be sure to visit the great folks at State Farm Insurance. The website is alanhorneinsurance.com. He insures the states of Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. If you need home, auto, life insurance, or any other financial services, my man Alan can point you in the right direction. Like I said, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, or Alabama. And if you do want to call, if you're a telephone type of person when handling business, 706-692-2888. Again, 706-692-2888. AlanHorneInsurance.com. Former Florida pitcher, former Yankee pitcher. Parents of Florida State grads. He's a big three guy. Support that guy. State Farm, like a good neighbor. State Farm, and the roll-up is right there. OG, what they do, my guy? Hey, y'all pound that like button.
Yo.
Beef in the comments. Ask us questions. If y'all got any rebuttals to anything that's been said, discuss. This is a community. We hang out a little bit. OGhoo, if y'all do not follow this brother on Twitter, if you do not follow him on whatever you watch your podcast, YouTube, he's a Roll-Up Network. He's our Virginia podcast. He's been kicking it with us. Last time he came on here, they ran down on Miami. What it do, bro?
What's going on, my boy? Welcome back. What it do?
Man, hey, OG, each week I'm getting caught up the speed on Miami and all this shit. Y'all ran down on them boys?
Ran down on them. Told them what it was and ran down on them.
Hey, listen, Kenny, don't listen to that talk, man. Don't listen to that talk.
What you think? So what you thinking?
Hey, look, I think it was like, I don't know. It might have been like 2018, 2019 when we ran down on them, I think. You feel me?
Yeah. Hey,
what you thinking this?
Jake Garcia ran down on that last year.
Yeah, they did.
Jake Garcia came out there with that. I mean, he only threw for like 125, but hey, we got to win by 2.
Yeah, that was a different time, man. It was a different team.
That's
all I can say. Yeah. I think we still is both kind of bad, but we both in a good point. We're 2-5
and
5-2
is the records right now. So y'all 2-5.
But look. I'm glad you said that.
A good point.
Because look. Let me break it down. I'm gonna keep it a bang.
Talk to me.
As easy as we 2-5, we could have been 5-2. All 3 losses, we done been up by 14 or more and blew the lead in the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
when we beat UNC, When we beat UNC, we threw a pick on the 1 yard line and fumbled for a touchback to go into the end zone. So people call it an upset, but it really wasn't an upset. And you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be humble. I'm gonna be real humble about it because we played the same way all season. Ain't nothing changed. The offense, we come out there. If you look at the numbers, you can stat check it, fact check it. Everybody can, you know what I'm saying, hold me accountable. You feel me? If you look at it, all the numbers is pretty much the same across the board. That plus 18 points, that's crazy. That's free money on the board. We don't put points up every game on everybody. It doesn't matter. We the only people that's beating ourselves. And Miami, the score is 12-8. Y'all up, but it done been real competitive the last 6, 7, 8 years, every single time. So it's gonna be another good matchup. It's gonna be another
Okay,
good
that's
matchup.
kind of like a big win.
So you telling me? Talk to me. Tony Muskett, right? He had a solid game last week versus UNC. So what is your opinion on him, and what do you think he got to do to get the W this time around versus the Canes?
I don't think Tony Gunpowder Musket, first of his name, Young Goaty, that my boy, you know what I mean?
Gunpowder, he got a
Hey, look.
nickname and all, bro. He
Oh
eat like that
yeah,
over
man.
there.
Man, hey, look, man, he like that. He came from Monmouth. He was a little All-American at FCS area he played. For real, he ain't somebody that's gonna wow you when you look at him. He like Alex Smith. He's a great game manager. He don't make stupid decisions. He's very, you know what I'm saying, he take care of the football. And more than anything, he's very accurate with the football. He got a big arm. He don't look fast, but until your linebacker taking a bad angle on accident, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's where the problem comes. Tony Muskett ain't gonna be the problem. The offensive line is where the matchup gonna be. Hey, the boy Ruben Bain having nightmares about him. He's a real one. He the reason my starting linebacker as a freshman, you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna win Rookie of the Year because that boy, I want him. Hey, look, hey, NCAA, if you happen to listen, pan in on me real quick. If you listening, what I need you to do is implement the 1 year rule so he can go ahead and declare today. All right? I ain't playing.
He not lying.
Yeah.
Bruh nice. Bruh nice.
He not lying.
Nah,
For real.
I agree. That's the only thing
Hey,
keeping
look.
them. That's the only thing keeping them boys afloat too, boy. I ain't want to
Yeah,
admit it.
man. Yeah, man. He wins games.
Ain't that
He
crazy
win
that
games.
ain't that crazy a D lineman can do that, bro?
Yes. He is not. Hey, look, he ain't normal. He got that
Yeah.
Wimby blood in him. He got that alien blood in him. I need him tested. I want that jump pulled right in front of me
The
so I
thing
can
about
make
it
sure it's
is
real.
the hardest place to play as a true freshman is in the trenches, and he dominating like grown 5th-year
Yeah.
COVID seniors, dog. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Men
impressive
with
work.
kids. Men with kids.
Yeah,
Young son and their
401ks.
kids
Nah, hey,
watching.
Yeah.
tell you, OG, these little middle
real.
schoolers be having full beards, so I ain't surprised.
Yeah. Hey, look, my kid. Hey, look, man, my little girl, she cheerlead. I be standing. I'm like, man, he like 9 and he like 6'4". I'm like, hey, no
Hey,
way.
I be looking at
I'm
my
like,
son
what?
football team. Like, bro, they need to bring weight limits back for some of these
Yeah.
boys
Hey,
my
still,
side. Yeah.
or they go
For
age limit
real.
12U. Hey,
Yeah,
look,
they just do
hey,
age. You know, back in our day, they had the weight limit, weight classes, bro. They throw everybody in the gauntlet these days,
right.
bro.
And what's
Yeah,
funny is,
man.
social media can circulate some shit. That Alabama boy they showed, he played. I guess he had won some awards. They said, "Ain't no way this legit
Oh
like
nah,
12."
yeah. I need birth certificate for sure. And if they do give me the birth certificate, my son probably
That
gonna sit this one out.
dude look like Derrick Henry already. I said, "Man, come on, man."
Like 10. Hey, we got a question. One fan asked a question, OG. What do you think about the quarterback situation at UVA? Calandre looked good when he was in the game.
So the situation, when I think about it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you go back to the summertime when they was doing all the interviews, Tony Elliott kept it a beam with him. He was like, "It's a quarterback battle," and everybody took from that was, "All right, it's an FCS transfer, and you got a freshman." He whiffed on his targets. No, man, bro, nice. You know what I'm saying? I want to preserve him. He the king. He got the key to the streets. He the future for sure. But Tony Muskett has given no reason since the Tennessee game when he was getting killed play after play after play. You know what I'm saying? He moved the ball on Tennessee. Every time he's been in the game, he's done everything he's supposed to as a quarterback to manage and win the game. You know what I mean? So as far as I feel about the quarterback, as much as they hyping up, all these other big schools for their quarterback room, I got to give mine some big ups too, because
Okay.
Musk is here for another year. But if things go right and he can hang on and make it through the rest of this year, not only do Calandria got 4 more, you know what I'm saying? We sold up right there. We sold up.
I actually think Virginia is actually not really a bad school. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Since 2016,
No, they never was. Even when we played them.
really have been blowouts. Yeah,
Nah,
like
man, we always been all right. That's just
y'all
what
I
actually,
that's
do got
just a
I do got a
perception
question.
that we get.
I do got a
NIL
question for you
okay.
after AR go.
Yeah,
All
no,
right,
no.
go.
So my only question was that I just know you guys got that guy, Malik Washington on the
Mm-hmm.
outside, and for whatever reason, our defense is like in the middle to last rankings when it comes to passing yards, especially on third downs. So, do you think a key to the game is getting Malik Washington, going early and feeding him the ball, or is there other players you feel like that can make plays?
I think the key to it all in this game is going to be if the offensive line can do what they did last game, regardless of any other position. With 3 games that we done lost with them possessions, we done gave up like 12 sacks. Like, you know what I'm saying? The offensive line is a liability, and the offensive line can also cost you games. And as much as it can cost you games, a defensive lineman can win you games. So
Facts.
beyond that, you know what I'm saying, Malik, he gonna do what he do. That's why he leading the, you know what I'm saying, the
Yeah,
NCAA receiving yards. He eating. He a dog. Dog's gonna eat regardless. They gonna find that bone. But it's gonna come down to not even him, Shaw. It's gonna come down to them trenches.
You
That
gave me some
offensive
hope.
line.
yeah. Hey,
You
he
gave
said
me some
trenches,
hope.
he said trenches silk, and I thought I thought I was going to be something with this game, but as soon as he said offensive line is the weakness, yeah, it's
Yeah,
That
yeah,
sets up for a
yeah.
bad boy. If he can get the ball
that,
out of
I
But
don't know. Hey,
that's a
OG,
hey,
y'all might can come with a little
hey,
a little technique to
you
wash
got to
them
work the
away.
screen game. You
that's
got to
what
Yeah,
work the
I'm
screen
saying.
game,
A
man.
lot
hey,
of things done changed since game 1 versus Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? The offensive line, we done had a lot of moving parts, a lot of people injured. You know what I'm saying? All that goes into the stew, regardless of the fact they came out to buy versus a defensive line like UNC that ain't too shy from Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? NC State, they all right with the boy Peyton Wilson out there. They all right. And they held their own. Every single game they've done decent. They done beat themselves up, but they got better every single week. And coming out that bye, like I said, it was just something that we all knew that could happen. We've been seeing it week after week. You know what I mean? They just put it all together. It's going to be about the trenches and consistent football, not self-inflicting wounds.
hey, man, how did you become a Virginia Cavalier fan?
I'm looking at it. I'm in Virginia right now, and in
But
Richmond.
you
You know
got
what I'm saying?
Virginia Tech, you got close
Uh,
close
well, when
big.
I was young, I was getting recruited by Al Grote. You know what I'm saying? So, and then I went to camp there every year. You know what I'm saying? All my friends, some of them was Tech fans, and I just went on the. I like Mike Vick, but I just went on the wagon because of that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been
Yeah.
no bandwagon type of dude, so that's where I was going. That's where I wanted to go. You feel me? So I just rolled. I've been solid since.
so you chose the worst school out of all the schools in the state.
Tell me about it. It's
I
been a
got
long 37 years.
you. I
Tell
got
me
you.
about it.
I got you.
Yeah,
Hey, that's dedication, man.
for real though.
Yeah, we have these fan bases like Virginia come on here, and I know like being a fan and knowing that you can't ever win shit is like the wildest self
No, but
hate.
what was crazy though, Silk, the craziest part about this shit is they'll catch your ass at some
Oh
point
yeah, yeah, that
in
ruined
the
your
year.
Yeah,
season. Yeah,
Like
yeah, we good.
like folks be laughing. I be talking about NC State and how hard it is to play there, and folks be like, Kenny always talking about the away stadiums, but NC State, them little teams that suck, like
Hmm.
historically, they'll
Mhm.
get your ass sometimes.
Hey, there's nothing worse than playing a team with a little talent and nothing to lose. I promise you.
Yeah, yeah. And
We
that's what it is with us, man. We got talent. They just need to put it together. It's a young team, man. Tony Allen know what he's doing. That boy don't get credit, but ain't many coaches been through, you know what I'm saying, what he'd had to walk through in his first year. You had a coach sabotage you, you know what I'm saying? You lose your entire offensive lineman. I mean, left
Explain the
tackle.
sabotage. I'm not up on my Virginia news, my Cavalier news. So
Oh, here you
what was
go.
the what was the sabotage?
Here we
The
go.
sabotage. You know what I'm saying? The way Bronco went out, he went out right after. You know what I'm saying? The portal closed, National Signing Day, kick rocks. Right. So the offensive line, the left tackle left. He went to USC. The left guard left. He went to SMU. The center, the Remington Award winner for that year at Michigan, that's where he went. The right guard dipped. The right tackle went
Jeez.
to UCF. You know what I'm saying? And the person who escorted him out, you know what I'm saying, happened to dangle around for a little bit and hung around. So then you get the product of what you got last year. You know what I'm saying? People expected Tony to come in with, you know what I'm saying, the people that he had, you know, the Dontavian Wicks, you know what I'm saying, to pay for the Packers, Lavelle Davis, rest in peace, you know what I'm saying. He had a plethora of athletes. He had Brennan Armstrong, but he had his system. So them players all the time don't mesh with that system. And then you missing a line that was escorted out by your own peoples, that's foul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You
it
can't.
sound like they don't. It sound like they don't got hit in that NIL shit.
No, and it ain't even NIL. I mean in our world, in the recruiting world for real, we already know the score with NIL. You know what I'm saying? The pool of kids is already sliced in a third. You feel me? For us, you know what I'm saying? We already know that. If you gonna come here, you want to ball and you believe in the coach. You feel me? It ain't gonna be about no bread. You gonna get bread. It ain't gonna be no,
Yeah,
you
that's
know
what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying? No pork bread.
The fact that you get bread is crazy because it's like, you know, at least in my time, it was like you got to even
Yeah,
sit out a year. Like that shit is
yeah,
now. You know, you hear some shit through some real sources. And you like, this dude hit the portal just to get this amount. Shit, I might leave
yeah,
too. Look, do I even
yeah.
like this university?
Yeah, no, you're right. And so
Yes.
that's just it was a tough spot for Tony to come in like that for year one. And then, you know, the shootings happen. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
that that was a messed up situation, you know what I'm saying? And that the person who did the shooting was on the team. He wasn't on the team. He got kicked off the team a while
Oh,
ago.
is that
But you
that
know what I'm saying? He
situation
was
with the
part of the
girlfriend?
team. I don't know about no girlfriend,
Nah,
but
like he was mad that his teammate got with one of. It was
It
something
was,
crazy.
Shit, that
yeah,
probably
it's
every
something.
team.
Yeah, it's something.
Sip.
I don't think it
Hey,
was
that
over no. I
is.
don't think it was
That's
over no
probably every
Jan. It
team,
was.
bro.
No, hey,
I don't
no,
think it was over
seriously.
no
But he
Jan,
shot the
but
dude because he was mad though.
yeah, but I don't think it was over no Jan though. It was some other stuff. You know what I'm saying? That was some love. That was some beef from the city
That is
because they
crazy.
are they are from Richmond. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty much some beef from the city that spilled over there. And that, you know what I'm saying, that should affect recruiting, that should affect everything. So that was a big win for Tony. He don't get enough respect, and the respect that he do for the recruits that he got, the kids and the roster that he got. You know what I'm saying? To even lose them 3 games like that and you up 14. You know what I'm saying? That's a young team. We got the highest amount of snaps for freshmen in the ACC. Whole
I thought
team
you were about
pretty
to say
much
country
freshmen.
because I'm ready to beef about that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh my
nah,
God, y'all gonna start with these young boys.
it's an orange and blue thing, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah,
Hey, I got, I
man.
got, I got a question for you, bro. You guys are definitely playing different type of ball. I thought North Carolina was a pretty good team. They did beat Miami, in a. So there is some shift. I watched you guys lose early in the season, and watching you guys beat North Carolina, it was a totally different. Even the spread last week was what, like 23 points. I know the spread
Yeah.
is 18 now, so you guys like overcame a huge spread. What's been the biggest change that you thought from week one to the North Carolina game?
I think them just buying into what Tony is saying, you know what I'm saying, seeing it, being on the cusp of it, you know what I'm saying. That was like a what? Shit, for we beat William and Mary, we hadn't won a game since like last October. You know what I'm saying? So it was about a year before we
Sheesh.
had won a game. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of monkeys per se that they had to get off their back and just believing in the system and continuing. You know what I'm saying, to be who you are, being consistent. They've been right there. they ain't really do nothing miraculous. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you'll see an App State beat Michigan, and then the next week go out and lose to Sam Houston State. No, this ain't that situation. You know what I'm saying? They done been consistent all season. What they did was they put it all together for 4 quarters, and you know what I'm saying? They just trusted in each other. And I think that's just been the biggest difference is just believing in it and just continuing with it. And once you finally get that breakthrough, you know what I'm saying? That's all it takes.
Man, I got UVA this week. Fuck you.
Man, I'm about to say, hey man, let's get to the nitty gritty, man. Tell me your 3 keys of victory, man. What is going to take to get an upset, man, in Hard Rock Stadium? We're trying to be like Georgia Tech. Everybody want to mimic it, UNC. So tell me, talk
Well,
3 keys to the victory.
well, I mean, Georgia Tech, I get that was an upset and all of that, but the biggest thing is, for us, number one, this is like a home game. We got real estate in Miami. Yeah.
Excuse me.
You remember the old stadium? Who was the last team that beat them?
Man, he came with some bullets now.
Hey, listen,
where we been at the last couple
no
of times?
script. Look, he ain't got no script. This shit.
No teleprompter or nothing, bro. He's just ready.
Hey, look, the last couple of times we came out there to Miami.
You know who? Hey, you know who put my on one of y'all favorite corners' heads?
Who?
You know who?
Who?
Looking at him. Hey, listen, we love when y'all come.
Hey, look.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, man.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something. Hey, 2017, y'all had us 14 zip. You know what we was doing on the sideline? I was vibing. We was out there like, all right. Like, hey,
Talk to me about 2018, though. Talk to me about 2018. Talk to me about 2018.
That was what you at, huh, AR?
No, I wasn't me. I wasn't there. 2018. I wasn't there in 2018.
Oh, you won't?
Yeah, no, we weren't gonna lose. What do you mean? Hey, listen.
You taking it up top, bro?
Listen, my brother is a little different. You know what I'm saying? Get in line with them on the field. It's a little different out there. But, youngins, we had some young guys out there, no leadership. So a lot of stuff didn't surprise me. But, yeah, man, Virginia, man, y'all a good team, but y'all just can't get over that hump versus us, man. Like I said,
it's 12-8.
Y'all had us.
That ain't a bad jet.
Virginia, like the magic of the NBA. Like y'all decent, but y'all ain't got like no superstars. Like,
hey, Kenny, you got a younger sibling, bro?
Yeah, I do got a younger sister.
He ever try to beat you up? You feel me? And like he get a little older.
I got
grab you a little bit. He might slam you, but you get it.
I'm outside. I'm outside in the sand lots. I got sisters.
Oh, okay.
I ain't hanging with their ass.
What's the health? What y'all doing? I haven't been keeping up with the Miami quarterback situation. What's up with Emory Williams, Tyler Van Dyke? What's the plan?
I think it's going to be the same plan as last week. I think it's going to be see how Tyler feels. I don't think there's going to be an urge to play him. I think Emory Williams, after beating a good Clemson defense and proving kind of he can hang and play with the big boys, I think it's not going to really be a rush or, I don't think there's a fire, urgency to get him back. Just take his time, let him get healthy. I think we want to try to get Tyler healthy and get him back by Florida State. If I'm the staff, I let him knock out the next 2 games, and then just let Tyler be prepared, man, as much as possible, healthy as possible for Florida State. But you never know what these college coaches, they might just throw him out there for a quarter or 2. But I wouldn't personally. But we'll
Virginia
see.
by 14.
Come on, Kenny, man.
Virginia by 14.
Hey, you know why, Silk? Hey, the fact that they already think about us, this shit week to week in college football, man. You better worry about.
They looking 2 weeks ahead.
Yeah, for what?
Yeah, they better wake up, man. Don't overlook us, man. Don't overlook us.
You see what I'm saying, OG? Hey, look, that's where you lose some games. Look.
Yeah.
No, we learned our lesson from Georgia Tech, so I don't think we're going to come out not watching film, no game plan, just thinking we're going to line up and play ball because we will get beat by Virginia. I will say
Georgia Tech, not your last loss.
I know. But listen, no, UNC, that was a loss that listen, admit UNC Texas A&M was the losses, and maybe Florida State was like the 3 or 4 or 2 or 3 losses before the season started. When you look at the schedule, that could go either way. You feel me? So UNC loss really didn't shock.
Who they beat last week?
Huh?
Who y'all beat
They
last
beat
week?
Clemson.
Clemson.
Oh,
No,
you
I'm
talking
talking
about?
about
Oh, they
OG.
beat Carolina.
Oh, my bad. North
A
Carolina.
good win,
UNC.
big win.
Bingo.
Yep, them
Listen,
bums.
Bingo.
it's highs and lows.
23-point spread it was,
Hey,
man. The
them
boys.
boys on
Yeah.
them boys on X game mode this game.
No, bro. Listen, UNC. Every team when they played the University of Miami dials it up, bro. You know how this is, Kenny.
It's gonna be a
They
physical
confident.
game.
How this
So.
is, Kenny.
They confident right now. They
Yeah,
just beat
it's gonna be a
somebody.
physical game.
UNC
And they
did
beat
what
them
we
at
did with
Carolina.
Georgia Tech, man.
They beat them.
Yes, because they did what we did versus Georgia Tech.
They are. They
Lined
come
up, they
in.
gonna beat somebody.
They're finna come in soccer balling,
Okay,
man.
listen,
Them boys.
Kenny, can
They
we all
gonna-
admit
Hey, look,
line up? You
we
think
gonna come
you
in.
gonna get beat? Can we admit that?
OG, what your score look like?
Hey, look, the 3 keys, and I got the score. 3 keys. You got to win up front.
Yep.
And they
It's gonna be
look,
rough.
they better triple team. That's gonna be super rough. Triple team bang.
Or Taylor.
And a lot of people ain't talking about either. Your decent offensive line versus my pretty decent and seasoned defensive line.
Our
Your
offensive
offensive line, your offensive
Yeah.
line,
Y'all
all
offensive
right.
line ain't that.
Zero sacks.
Your offensive
Nah,
line
they
is all right.
offensive
That's why I
line
said
is
they all
solid.
right.
Yeah,
They all
Miami
right.
offensive
That's
line
why I
is solid.
said
Yeah.
our defensive line is pretty solid too. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of NFL prospects over there, so that's gonna be another good matchup. And then other than that, just no self-inflicted wounds. Like I said, we gonna score that 18 points. Whoever in Vegas, if you watching this too, you better put that base pipe down. You already know what. Hey, look, like what? It ain't many games we ain't covered the spread, Shaw. Like 18 points. They act like we ain't be scoring at all.
They
No,
tried y'all.
Muskie gonna dial that joint up, and he ain't throwing it 97 yards every play, Shaw. He finna 7 yard you to death into the running back if he got to. And then if you act crazy and try to jump it, he gonna take the little 4-5 yards. He is
Listen, I'm
Alex
with
Smith
you. I'm with
Jr.
you. Look,
He is Alex Smith Jr., so I'm trying to tell
Alex
you.
Smith Jr.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. Give
happy
me
with it. I
Virginia.
need
Yeah,
that.
my dog
For
seem
real,
confident. Yeah.
they are by
no,
What's your
I think-
secondary
I
looking
think-
like, bro? Because I think I like Kobe. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
You go ahead. No, you like
What's your
Kobe Payton?
secondary? I like Kobe, Young, Miami's receiver. Jump balls. He thrive in that area. Boy was beasting last week a little bit versus Clemson. What's your secondary looking like in 1-on-1 situations?
Non-existent.
You like that?
Hey, so they
He
give it
spent
up
the chair
400
right.
yards. Hey, they give it up 400 yards a game on
Hey,
offense.
look.
That ain't
Hey,
promising,
look.
bro.
hey, look,
Look.
hey,
Hey, look.
Hey,
Hey, look. Hey, look.
OG,
Hey, look. Hey,
look,
look. I'm gonna
OG,
keep it a bean.
look.
Hey, look. Hey, look. Hey, look.
400
I'm gonna
yards.
keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real.
Barbecue.
Hey, look,
look.
hey,
Somebody gonna eat. But they look, they be hitting though. They be hitting though.
They
So
be here. They
they
get him to the ground
guarantee-
after
hey,
they get
look.
burnt.
We might
like
get a
it.
5 yard. We might get a 5 yard. The little holding penalty.
hey, Silk, you know
We might
know
get a PI. You know what I'm saying? But hey, look. Y'all ain't finna go for like 500 though. Chill out with that. You feel me?
500. That's a crazy number to put it at. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's an insane number. Y'all not gonna go for 500. I hope not.
Hey, so they for
I'm
sure.
trying. I need some help this week, bro. I need
Hey.
another L from one of these boys, man. Like
You know
you
you
talking
asked
about
somebody-
500 yards. That's crazy.
You know, you ask somebody a question, they pause about a minute because they don't know what the hell to say.
He ain't prepared a lot for that one. It's like, I
Hey,
didn't think about
nah,
that.
hey, look, I was ready
You
for
know
all
what y'all
situations.
secondary like? Is that
Change
that
the whole
weak-
tone of the show.
Is that the weakest spot on your team? You think?
Nah, I think offensive line would be. Like I said, our secondary been pretty consistent. The boy from NC State got off wasn't that? And some in Concepcion and Concepcion. Hey, that young boy, nice man. He ate. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? We kept a lot of people in check. Brew McCoy ain't eat. The guy from Tennessee, he's just a jag, just another guy. No, he ain't eat on us. Just another guy is what he is. So I mean, they're consistent. They middle of the pack. You know what I'm saying? If that's a certified answer, they middle of the pack in the back.
Hey man,
Okay.
giving up 31 a game is crazy. 400 yards, bro. It looks like y'all just want to go into shootouts. Is that correct? Can we just agree to that?
No.
Want to get into a shootout, old fashioned.
I wish it was, but not the style of offense. Like I said, with our quarterback, they be trying to manage that jump. You feel me?
No, I think honestly,
For
Mid
real.
off.
Silk,
And
who you got?
closing the last 2 games
I,
up, man.
I gotta give all my energy towards Virginia this week, bro, because I need somebody else to come on the show Sunday. It's sad,
Hey,
just in
look, yes,
case.
sir.
You know what I'm saying? Just in case, because it ain't favorable for me right now. It's a little weird for me right now, but I'm gonna go score wise. Y'all give up a lot of points, so I gotta go high. Cause Miami definitely gonna score on y'all. Um, Let me get 34-37, Virginia.
What the? Nah,
Bro,
bro.
hey
I'm
man,
not,
I just
I'm not doing
Man,
this this
just
week
because he
with
be
y'all.
vlogging with you don't
I'm
mean
not doing
y'all
this.
good.
Hey,
yeah.
bro, what?
I still need his L, bro. Like
OG,
we
he
still
think
ops.
he think they be vlogging together.
Hold
They
on. Nah, so nah, bro. I need
y'all still
information.
booty.
Yeah,
What?
we still ops, man. I don't want to fall too far behind. We have a pecking order in this state, bro, and I need to keep. I got a gauntlet ahead of me, so I need you to. I'm praying on your downfall, bro,
Bro,
for sure.
what, 34 points?
They
I'm
gonna have
gonna
to
be
score to
humble.
beat y'all. I'm not saying they for this to happen, they gotta go get 34 points. You know what I'm saying? I gotta, or 37. Why I put 34, 37? Yeah, that's why I got it at.
Okay, so
I do like how Miami approached. Like, we gotta keep it moving real quick here. We got our Georgia guests in the chamber here, but I do like how Miami's defensive coordinator approached last game. He hit everybody with something different. Clemson's offensive coordinator definitely wasn't prepared for it. I wonder if he got something in play, or Virginia defense. You know, if they play Emory Williams, he's a young quarterback. Do Tony Elliott and the crew dial up something, exotic. Make coverages, disguise things to confuse him a little bit. It's gonna come down to that, in my opinion. Strategy. I think these teams, regardless of the record, are very similar when it pertains to like close games they've lost, like OG was saying. But Miami's more talented. We'll see. I think it's gonna be a mid off in the second half. Two coaches that can't close. This may get weird. Like Kenny said, if it's close, it'll get weird.
Mhm.
what do you think, Kenny? Tell me that. Tell me what's your score prediction, bro?
I said it was a higher one. I'm gonna say 14.
Hold on, before you answer, the Lord is watching, my brother.
Yeah,
Lord is
that's why I
watching.
just said. I told you if they neck to neck, they gonna squeak it out. But if they soccer balling, which I think they gonna do, I like it 42-21.
Holy shit, boy,
Who?
you went crazy with it, didn't you?
42. Who got 42, Kenny?
The real estate owners.
Nah, you know
The
what?
real
Hey,
estate owners.
listen, so y'all boy be easy, man. I can't keep doing this every week, man.
Hey, I'm trying to reel the stat guy on. That's it. Look,
Listen, it's gonna be 42-24 Canes, man. We gonna handle business and we gonna cover.
Mm.
And they gonna cover.
You flip the scope.
And we gonna
I ain't
cover.
got them covering. But however, I
Defense
do have y'all
is
winning.
ready.
I do got y'all winning.
Well,
It's gonna
damn,
be
how
like
I'm gonna give
20.
you hope and
It's gonna be
I
like
changed my prediction now.
24-17. It's gonna be like
24-17.
24-17. Yeah,
24.
like they ain't finna get off. I'm telling you, this gonna be
Kenny,
a
we got more
physical
faith in this
game, dog.
man. I think we may need to change our
I'm
pick,
trying
bro.
to tell you,
Hey,
it's
I'm
gonna be a
gonna change.
physical
I'm gonna
game.
change. I like them by 10.
You just gonna drop it a little bit.
31-21.
He's just gonna drop it a little bit.
Fuck it. Hey,
It ain't
31-21.
bad. Yeah, especially if Tyler ain't playing either. If Tyler ain't playing, oh yeah, you better call your local bookie. Y'all might be hit. Y'all need Tyler. While we playing around and shit and giggling and shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, look, you need your boy TVD.
I'm
Yeah.
He
confident.
ain't nothing but Brennan Armstrong 2.0. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, man, I don't get how
He
people in
mid.
the
He don't
comments say
even
we
spend no
gonna
more.
struggle, but we just beat a better Clemson team. That's like he was a freshman, his first collegiate start. He looked solid. It's only gonna improve from there. You know what I'm saying? Especially versus weaker
I
opponents.
agree. I
He
agree.
got.
But
I don't know.
he gonna see
Look, you
Hey,
something
never
listen,
know.
different. You gonna see
and I'm
something
gonna say
different.
this. And
OG,
he got a
you never
stronger
know.
arm than Tyler. And he got a stronger arm than Tyler.
They say
AR, you
TVD
do.
good to go though. I think TVD good to go. Is what
AR, you
D-Rod
know
was
this.
saying.
This is just as well as me. They got a scouting report on him now. Like you say, his first start. They ain't
Yeah.
got no
Yeah,
film
that
on,
too.
bro.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
look. You know them little nerds behind that film gonna get 3
Breaking down the
weaknesses of
tendencies.
him.
Y'all threw a lot of screens last week. That y'all
Mm-hmm.
did
You
do.
see this?
get
You
warmed up.
see
Gotta
this?
get
You
warmed
know
up.
they
Look,
Get him
finding. Hey,
out.
look. You know they finding out.
Yeah,
you know.
they smart. They're a
You
smart
you
school.
know they looking. They extra
Elite
smart.
researchers
They
at
do
Virginia.
their research. You right.
nah,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
still, that's why sometimes you don't know if that shit be true. Like them speculations of sign stealing, all that shit. Them nerds, they be working behind the scenes.
They
Hey,
also
you
be
can get
filming in Michigan.
but they got film on, bro, and they know some of his weaknesses already.
All right, we're gonna
Hey,
keep it moving. We gotta get it going.
hey, so all right, so I got a quick
What's up?
take real quick, man.
What you got?
Why people keep talking about the sign stealing thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you line up on film, when you line up in certain formations, every single like on 3rd and 8, you line up in this tendencies. A lot of this stuff is just great game planning and preparation by other schools.
Yeah.
Some of it might be a little cheating though, but
Yeah, definitely some cheating going on, for sure. But I mean, who cares? We don't care as fans, really. Like if my team got caught sign cheating and we already won the natty, I wouldn't really give two shits. I don't celebrate it. I done swim in the confetti, bro. It's over with. Like I don't. Like good job by the staff for getting away with it, bro. Like I just want the natties, man. I'll deal with the consequences later if we cheating.
they say
Shout out to
Florida
Urban Meyer.
playing versus UGA. They say Florida planning on it right now this week.
Hey, OGhoo, tell the people where they can find you at, my guy.
Nope. Let me unmute. My bad. I had to mute. Goddamn kids yelling in the back. I try to tell you, man, ain't baby.
We're gonna have
Baby kids
DCF
right there, boy.
and Peter calling, bro. You got kids yelling.
Man,
Kenny got dogs barking. They be like,
man, I'm trying to tell you, cuz it's an everyday struggle. So, you know what I'm saying? Look the boy up, OGhoo. You know what I'm saying? Check me out on all your local podcasts, the Hill Podcast. We out here getting it, vibing. Just a regular dude like everybody else. Put my pants on one leg at a time, baby.
that's
All
all you can
right?
do, dog. I put mine on at the same time.
Oh, you nice.
Yeah.
You
You
exclusive.
sit down and lean on your
Yeah.
back.
I got skinny jeans, so I be having to jump in them like a chick, bro. Like,
Hey,
Hey,
all right, yo, hey, OG, hold it down, my guy. We gotta keep it moving, man.
Yeah, holla at me, baby.
For sure.
Appreciate it.
We're gonna keep it moving. Hey, you guys pound that like button. We about to do some Georgia Bulldog, Florida Gator cocktail bowl conversation with my guy Jim Wood. Jim, you guys got an interesting name of your podcast.
You need the story behind that.
Yeah, give me the story behind the name of your
what is it?
podcast.
So my God, a podcast. So that goes back to the year I was born. I was born in 1980. You know, everybody used to make the 1980 jokes, and now it doesn't hurt us anymore. But anyways,
Unfortunately, yeah.
right. But yeah, so a guy by the name of Herschel Walker, right? So his first touchdown in his first game against Tennessee. So the Georgia play-by-play announcer at the time was a guy named Larry Munson, and he said, "My God, a freshman." When Herschel Walker ran for Bill Bates and scored that touchdown.
Nice.
So it's a playoff of that. So instead of "My God, a freshman," "My God, a podcast."
I like podcast names that have the play off of like things that only the fans would know. It's like a if you know type situation.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta be a Georgia fan to know that one.
Right. Now I got Stadium and Gills, our Gator podcast. Like if you know, that's the corner of where the stadium is at, the address. And then 100 Sanford is the address that we use for our Georgia podcast. Shout out to them guys. They're recording tonight. I think they're getting Fred Taylor or something like that, something big. But so we usually record on a Thursday night, but we switched it up for some obligations with my guy Kenny. So we invited you guys on last minute. Thank you guys for pulling up and kicking it. Georgia comes in as a 13.5-point favorite, unfortunately for my Gators. In the past, I usually approach this game talking extra greasy. But, 13.5 points. I am happy that Brock is out. What do you think about this matchup so far?
So first game without Brock Bowers for Georgia, right? So what are we going to do with that? How are we going to react? I mean, I think that's the question everyone has been asking. I would say though, like if you've watched Georgia's offense this year, we spread the ball around a lot. Anyways, I mean, yes, Brock's the leading receiver; he's the man. But I don't think they're going to try to replace him with one guy. So we'll just continue to spread the ball around. A few more touches here and there for the other guys. Oscar Delp kind of gets to slide over into where Brock has been playing. Oscar has been trying to kind of play like the Darnell Washington role, like as like the blocking tight end, and he's not Darnell Washington. I'll just say that, right? I mean, nobody else is. No one really is Darnell Washington, but right. I think to see him get to really try to be more the true receiving threat, I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. What is your feel on Carson Beck without Brock Bowers? I know he's going to spread the ball around, but Brock does. I know you guys also recruit very well, so it is college football, and you guys have dealt with injuries all these years, even on your championship back-to-back runs. Yeah. You guys have been overcoming some like crazy amount of injuries, and that's what depth does. Yeah. But I think Brock Bowers is one of those generational type talents. Florida fans and Georgia fans are always debating on who's better, Kyle Pitts or Brock Bowers. That's the conversation on the Twitter timeline and whatnot.
Yeah, for sure.
Or X, whatever you're calling it these days. But Bowers is a dynamic guy that just changes even the run game, right? You just got to respect them. If they go 12 personnel, they really not 12 personnel because you got a Grunk damn near at the tight end. Yeah. So do you think it changed the offense even a little, or you think it's going to be just as smooth for Carson Beck?
I mean, I'll tell you, like the start that Carson has had through his first, he's never started at Georgia before. We had seen him in mop-up duty. He came highly touted out of Jacksonville, by the way, right? So Jacksonville guy, it's a homecoming game for him.
You guys snatched him from us at the last minute.
Yeah. So we're happy to have him. I honestly, I think the plan. I don't think the plan will change much. You just don't have that like. One of the things that Brock has been able to do is take the short pass and take it to the house, right? Like we saw him. That's how he took over the Auburn game. Although the last one was more deep over the middle, but that's something that he can do. So you lose that. But what I'm really curious to see is how the receivers get utilized in this game. Like our transfer guys, especially Lovett was such a huge deep threat for Missouri, and we've been going really lateral with him. I'm curious to see. If we get more vertical with him. But Rod Thomas has definitely been the more vertical guy thus far this year.
From the defensive side of the ball, before I talk about your defense, what do you think about the Florida Gator team so far? They've been up and down. I know Kirby going to approach this game with all his attention. He lost to Florida a lot as a player. He usually have these guys piped up. So I know that the Georgia team that I've seen so far in the season, they're going to bring some different energy to this game. And he seemed to respect Billy Napier more than he did Dan Mullen. Like he's not talking too reckless and greasy when he speak about us these days. But I know the energy is going to be fire in the pregame. But what do you think about this Gator team, the approach, and are you guys scared even a little bit?
Oh man, I mean, it's Georgia, Florida, right? Like I'm not gonna sit here and say anything crazy. I mean, I was in school. I got to Georgia when the tail end of when Kirby was there, and so I mean, you guys always beat us when I was in college. So I remember what it's like, and we're not too far removed from that, right? I mean, 2020, you guys got the best of us, and I think Kirby, much like Steve Spurrier, fueled his Georgia hatred from losing to Georgia when he played at Florida. Kirby Smart's the same way, in the opposite, right? So I think he's really fueled there. He's always got this game circled, and I agree. I mean, he treats this game. They always say you treat every game the same, but I don't think we do that. I think we treat Florida differently.
As you should. And I think my coach should do the same thing when it pertains to this game. And I think he does. I think what the persona, like some of these coaches are gonna give you the coach speak about it just
Yeah.
being another game, but you just can't approach a Florida Georgia game with if you're around the SEC, you're from the South, you know what this rivalry means. It's got to have a little bit more fire to it.
Yeah.
Looking at you guys on film, I think you guys struggle with containing the edge on defense.
Yes,
And I
sir.
think that's a way that we could possibly, break some things with my guy Trey Wilson, who's an electric player out of Gaither in Tampa. He's been our most explosive player to me on offense. I think our offense goes through him. Us being able to get him going east and west on some jet sweeps opens up things in the middle. What do you think your defense have to do to shut us down like they did the last 2 years? You guys had one of the best defenses in the country. You don't look that dominant this year, but when you look at the stats, you guys are more than solid.
You're spot on. That's the thing, right? It's like the eye test doesn't look the same as it did the last 2
Right.
years. And the joke is we've been making is like it's because those guys that were on the defensive line, they all play for the Philadelphia Eagles now, right? It's like, so it's like, so they don't flash like that. But the guys that we have, they've been around, right? Like Nazir Stackhouse, Warren Brinson. I mean, these are older guys; they're veterans. But you're right. It's the edge, and we haven't had a real true edge rusher that's put crazy havoc since Adam Anderson. We had, Robert Beal kind of filled in for him and was there last year as well. But so Chaz Chambliss has been playing that edge rusher most of the time this year, and setting the edge has been something. I know you mentioned 100 Sanford. That's something they've talked about on that podcast. Graham and George, with Lamar, looking at that. I'm interested to see coming off a bye week what happens there. Like, are any of those younger guys, like Marvin Jones Jr. is a guy that's a younger guy coming off the edge? Do we see more of him? Maybe we do. Maybe there's some personnel changes, but then also, I don't know. Do we change up how we're rushing? Maybe see some new blitzes or any kind of new packages. I'm not sure. But I mean, this game's going to be won on the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's how this game is played.
I'm gonna tell you like just what you were saying there. Like I'm interested to see because you're facing two of the best defensive coordinators probably in the last like 20 years. Like if you look at who is probably the best defensive coordinators to be calling calls, like Muschamp and Kirby Smart is going to be in anybody's top five. Two guys that can adjust on the fly. I don't even think you guys have to get to the locker room to adjust. So I think it's going to be very key for us to be able to get out on the edge, and we got to get explosive. I don't think they're too smart, and they're like evil geniuses with the defensive shit. So us being able, our offense has been moving in small chunks, moving in sticks. I don't think that's how we could beat Georgia. We got to come in with a different identity for this game. I think you got to get explosive. You're not going to methodically beat Georgia, in my mind. I think you got to get explosive on that defense because moving the sticks is not going to be easy.
And that's kind of how the Georgia defense plays. I mean, we play a bit of a bend but don't break. I mean, you can move the ball between the 20s, but once you get in the red zone, that's where Georgia really clamps down. It hasn't been quite the same this year as like the last 2 years, but like, those were all-time defenses. You're not always going to be able to live up to that because those teams, you got in the red zone and you weren't scoring at all, now like, or maybe you're getting a field goal. Georgia's given up some touchdowns in the red zone this year. Like, so for us, after the last 2 years, we're kind of like, what's going on? But I mean, it's hard to. It's tough when you're sitting here comparing this team to the last two years team. They don't have to play that team, right? They got to play the field. So trying to focus on that. But I agree. I missed this earlier when we were talking about Georgia's offense, Florida defense, because one of the things I've noticed, like statistically, it looks like Florida's defense does give up a lot of explosive plays. Okay. And I know, I know I saw that against like Kentucky, but I hadn't seen it much
Kentucky
outside of that.
Worst
that was all
game.
on the ground, right?
Yeah, I think we're set up to it ain't bend but don't break. We're super aggressive and put our cornerbacks in positions in a lot of one-on-one positions. And in the run game, we just been a little bit off with our run fit. And I hope that's something we definitely need to clean up in this bye week. Both teams had a bye week, so we could get healthy and clean some things up. I hope we clean up things in the run fit. I just think ideally, even with like the defensive side of the ball, Carson Beck is going to be one of the first quarterbacks that's not mobile that we're facing. Our pass rush and how we blitz a lot of the teams we play so far with dual threat guys that you got a quarterback spot, and if you miss, they could hit you for a lot of chunk yards. Carson Beck isn't that type of quarterback, so I'm encouraged that even though you guys got an incredible offensive line, right?
Yeah.
I am encouraged that he's a guy that doesn't. He's gonna stay in the pocket. He's not gonna move outside that pocket. And if he does, I like Shamar James to be able to close. But defensively, Shamar James gonna have to have the game of his life. Uma Nealon, this is for us to win. You know, right now, it's like I said, it's a 13.5 point spread.
Yeah.
You guys are more talented. We're a younger team. It's just you guys, to me, have just keeping it a bean. You guys have a better staff. Like the odds are stacked against us this year. In the future, it may change. We're the number 3 class right now, while y'all in number 1. So we are closing the gap. You know what I'm saying? But this year, it's not stacked. We're gonna have to play out of our score a little bit and not make mistakes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I'm looking. I mean, it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be a Georgia-Florida game, right? I know you said Florida-Georgia. I'll say Georgia-Florida.
Respect.
It's gonna be. Like I said, man, it's gonna be. It always is, right? It's a line of scrimmage game. I mean, we got to close watch who wins the rushing battle, right? Because the team that runs for most yards tends to win this game.
Yeah, historically that's been the case.
Yeah.
My co-hosts are hanging out here. They praying on my downfall, Jim.
Hey, Jim, more explosive plays to come.
I love it.
A lot of blurs, man. A lot of missed tackles, man. A lot of touchdowns.
And even though you hear the fans,
y'all ain't respecting my set, man. I don't like this at all.
Nah, look, all the fans they say, "Oh, you want Florida to win," but it's like, regardless, it's like, say if y'all win, y'all still the top of the SEC, correct?
Who? Nah, we top dog. We win this game.
Yeah, because Florida's only got one conference loss, so they'd have the one conference loss only, and then the tiebreaker
with Georgia
over Georgia.
Oh,
so
man.
yeah, I mean, this is for the first place in the East. So you got Georgia alone undefeated right now, but you got Florida with one loss. You got Missouri with one loss, which Georgia gets Missouri next week, and Missouri's on a bye this week. So I will say one thing I want to make sure I harp on, right? Before the season, there was all this Georgia has the easiest schedule in the world talk. It doesn't look, it's looking a lot more difficult.
They be
now
sleeping on the East.
That's right.
Jim, they be sleeping on the East, bro.
That's right.
Every year.
Right. Agreed. Hey, the last year of
East.
it, right? It's about to go away. So they're not going to exist anymore.
Yeah. Then it gets even uglier for everybody, bro. It's like you're in murky waters with the pod talking, however the games are going to set up.
It's going to be crazy.
Hey,
yeah.
Jim, on that exterior, who do you like to step up in place of Brock Bowers on the receiving end?
So I'm going to go.
I see a lot of flashes. I don't know if he's 86 or 88. I see a lot of flashes in him when I do the Georgia game.
Yeah, so that's Dylan Bell, sophomore, and this year he's actually playing kind of like a slash, like running back slash receiver. So you'll see him line up in the backfield. Although I think it sounds like we're probably getting Kendall Milton back at running back this week. So we may not see Dylan Bell there quite as much. He's good, man. He's a good player, but I'm going to say Ra Thomas. Like if we're looking for explosive plays, Ra has been that explosive guy that transferred from Mississippi State.
Ra. Uh-oh.
Ain't be no Ra this weekend, man.
Uh-oh.
Number 5. He wears number 5.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever been to the cocktail bowl? Have you been to the game before?
Oh yeah. I was bad luck when I went down there, so I don't go anymore. I went.
Shit, me too.
Game day rituals. Hey, look, game day rituals is a thing.
I got one win. No, I got 2 L's at the cocktail bowl. We won in 2020, but I watched that from the crib.
Okay.
I actually had the Kush House at the time, but my 2 visits to Georgia ended with 2 L's, bro. So I was like, I had a great time, but.
Man, I've got 7 L's. So I've been 8 times. So when I got to Georgia. I was a freshman in 1998. I went every year I was in school, and I kept going until I had kids. So I went every year from 98 to 05, and I saw us win one time in 2004. Man. And that was
That's
it.
A lot of gin. You drink a lot of gin.
Yeah. Well, I was drinking Hurricanes at the Landing is what mainly was going on.
Bro, you talking about like just incredible vibes. If you're a Gator fan, you haven't been to that, like save your money. Like, whatever you got to do to eventually make it, put it on your bucket list. But an incredible experience. The moment you get off of the Highway 95, you're just going to see cars and tailgating scene. You go through the RV city. It's just incredible vibes, but it's peaceful. It's not like, regardless of, when you get inside the stadium, it might get a little crazy. Once you walk through the doors, everybody turns into real ops. But outside there, bro, I had drinks with so many Georgia fans that were familiar with the platform. Was offered food, hang out. It's an incredible vibe.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, it's a great time. I definitely recommend. I mean, and just when you get into the stadium and you see it split down the middle,
Beautiful.
50-50, one side's red and black, the other side's orange and blue. There's nothing like it. And I hope it stays that way. I know there's talks of it maybe
The
going
home and home.
home and home. I don't like it. This game was never a home and home game. It's always been neutral. The first time we ever played, although Florida disputes this game, so the first time we played was in 1904 in Macon, Georgia. But Florida claims it was a different University of Florida, not this one. FYI. So
Yeah, that wasn't
I
us.
say
If we
it's
lost,
not
that wasn't us.
yeah, we won and we won that
Yeah,
one. So that's
that
part of it
wasn't us
too.
then.
But I like to say it's not really a rivalry unless the schools disagree on the all-time record. And so we know this is a rivalry because we argue over who's won how many times.
I've never been to Athens though, right? And I hear about the game day atmosphere in Athens. Kirby is the one that's kind of politicking for this a little bit, but
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
been to Athens, so I wouldn't be mad if we do like, every so often like a one-off home and home type situation. I don't know how they can figure it out, but I wouldn't mind going to actual Athens, for a away game once we get our talent up. I want to see y'all sad. You feel
Right.
me?
Right.
I don't want to go and see you guys happy out there winning. So give us a couple years to get our talent up to par, and then I wouldn't
mean,
mind some home and home.
I feel like you should have come in 1995 and you 100% would have seen that. You guys put it on us. I was there. It was a weird day for me. The Dogs got spanked by the Gators in Athens and the Braves won the World Series that night. It's kind of weird day.
Topsy-turvy.
But it's going to happen soon because they've got to renovate. The Jaguars want to renovate the stadium. So, it's probably going to happen like it did back in the 90s. And what they did then was when they were renovating, they did a home and home for 2 years, right? While they were doing the stadium renovations, and then it went back. So it's coming soon.
Jim, I got a good question for you before we're going to talk about some more ball here in a second.
Okay.
Have you or your friends ever wore the spiked shoulder pads to any of those games?
Man, I have
And
not.
bark like dogs.
I have not worn the spike shoulder pads. That got started after I was there, but I've seen them up close. They actually came by where we were tailgating for the Kentucky game because we've got a buddy that runs the Bulldogs battling breast cancer charity, and they were doing a breast cancer partnership for breast cancer awareness, and they came by our tailgate. It's pretty sweet.
All right, that's dope, man. What you guys got? Give me your keys to the game before we get up out of here, Jim. Let's figure it out.
I mean, I said it earlier, but I mean, it starts at the line of scrimmage. And I totally agree with what you're saying. Like, setting the edge, that has been Georgia's problem on defense. So let's see if we can figure that out. I'd like to see Carson Beck get going early. He's missed some early deep balls in some games this year. If he hits one of those, if we take a deep shot early and he hits it, then I say watch out. And then limit the explosive plays on defense. Keep doing what we've been doing on defense.
Yeah, Jason Marshall definitely got to come play some football. He hasn't been living up to the 5-star billing. Just eliminating the big plays. I've been talking about the keys the entire time, but eliminating the big plays is going to be key. Keeping it one possession. If I could get a one possession in the fourth, make it nervous. I like where we're at when it's like one possession. Even though we overcame a 10-point lead for our last win, that's not an ideal situation for us. But we got to be aggressive. We got to eliminate the mistakes. Our mistakes have been terrible, procedural wise. We got to limit, we got to play a complete game. My guy on Stadium Miguel, Nick Delatorre, kept saying we got to play a perfect game. I would say a complete game. I think that's a better word for it.
Yeah.
You want to be turnover free. You want to get turnovers. You want to get sacks. You want to be active. We've been towards the bottom of the SEC with sacks, even though we've been affecting the quarterback position without rushing. Through the PFF stats, when you look at the paper, we're not getting the quarterback to the ground. We're not creating turnovers. You need that type of luck in a rivalry game versus a very good defense like Kirby Smart, who traditionally those guys are very stingy. We're going to need some luck and some favor and some energy. We got to come in hype, underdog, rivalry shit, and pull it off. We won with Trayon Harris. That's my hope.
Yeah, I had to bring that one up.
I got to. It's a low blow.
That was a crazy game.
Twice.
Oh, man.
What you guys got for the score? Give me your score, mine.
Oh man, it feels so great to say this. It really does, man. I like Georgia by a landslide, man. I think they'll come out running the ball, smashing Florida in the mouth. So I'm going to go 35-17 Georgia.
You got them boys
And
covered in
there's no
spread
doubt
and a
in
little
that
more, huh?
statement. There's no doubt in that statement. There's no doubt in my heart. Nothing.
Oh, y'all boys
Hey,
ain't learned nothing
Amon,
from
you've
Quincy
got
Tom last week, huh?
you've got Georgia connection with Mark Richt and Thomas Brown, so
Yeah.
we can have that. We have that
Yeah,
relation
you
there,
feel
right?
me? Like I've been to campus, man. I like Athens, man. It's a great vibe up there. I like the little city, man. Well, not city,
Yeah.
but feels very
Mark
familiar.
Rick gave both of y'all a little bit of hope and let y'all down. Y'all got that in common.
Oh man, come
You didn't leave us with an indoor. I give you that.
Yeah, y'all did get a facility out of it. Shout out, and you know, some diving board action. That was pretty fun
He
every
king
summer.
of that diving board, though. I give it to him. He know how to fall off that diving board. I don't know how.
Yeah.
A little different.
All right,
on. It's a
Kenny,
perfect backflip, man. Perfect
Yeah,
backflip.
that's crazy.
he laid out pretty good for it, man. What you got, Kenny? Give me your score, bro.
Oh man, as much as I want them to lose so we can drop in the poll, I got them 42-20.
There we go.
Y'all
There we
disrespecting
go. I like
my
that,
set.
Kenny. I like that,
Y'all
Kenny.
disrespecting my
Because
program.
you know what's crazy?
my
Like
record label staff and crew. What's
as
up?
much as Florida might, I guess, come with a new identity, I think that Carson guy, like you say, he don't show no wheels.
Man, Murder Mertz, man. Give me Murder Mertz over
No,
Grant.
look, I think he might come with a new identity this
Carson
game. You
Beck.
know what I mean? Like this is his. As much as people, like you say, don't talk about rivalries and how much that stamp you as a player
Right.
in that university, I think he showed a new identity and he gonna go.
He at home.
Shit.
That one
He gonna
thing
go
about
ape
it.
shit.
He at the crib too, so he at home.
Yeah,
Jacksonville is
he
where
gonna
he's
go
from.
ape shit.
You think so?
And I'm here for it.
Okay, we about to see. He
So
gonna get
this
to know
is
who
this is
he gonna
good
get to know
neutral.
who number 6 is this Saturday for sure. If he don't know who he
It's
is.
a good little mixture of weekend. Like if y'all lose, it's a win for us. If y'all beat this shit out of them,
Nah, you don't want me on this show with a win, bro. Trust me. Because in my mind, we going to the playoffs. We winning out.
oh man, all right now.
If I beat George, you think I'm not coming on here saying we winning out? Like
I
I'm
just
ready
don't
to
want to see
tell all the
Brax on here.
lies.
I don't
What?
want to see Brax on here. That's it.
Braxton been calling the win all year, bro. I don't know what he believes in. You know, it's a different type of God than I believe in. We're gonna see if it all works out for us. Give me this. We got your score, Jim. What you got for the score?
No, yeah, I've got the Dogs 31-17 is what I got. That's what I said.
Everybody disrespecting my set. This is crazy.
30 plus. It's coming.
That's a lot of points. Y'all think they finna beat us by? Okay, 17. I think we'll get way more than that, though. I think we get in the 20s at the minimum, but.
Okay.
I'm gonna call. I gotta. It's a rivalry. I'm not finna ever say a rivalry team about to beat me on any show. I don't care what it is. I gotta lie. Give me 34-31. My guy Trey Smack. You know what I'm saying? Boots went through the uprights. We win this thing in like overtime fashion or something weird like that. But give me the Gators, bruh. But Shamar James got to have a game of his life. I got him for the defensive player of the game, who I needed to be. And then on the offensive side of the ball, it's got to be, and shout out to Artist Bornham. I think he's going to bring some different looks for you guys. Our playmakers are emerging at the right time. Artist Bornham, young guy, he's been coming on lately. I think he's one of the best tight ends in the league as well. Trey Wilson being healthy and back. Etienne's health is going to matter. Him being active in the run game, he's been dealing with a shoulder injury, so his health is definitely going to matter this game. Our offensive line is fully back healthy. With our starting 5 first time in a few weeks here. So we'll see where we at with it. But
yeah, I'm expecting a battle. I think with my score, I think I think Georgia pulls away eventually, but I'm expecting it to be, it's the cocktail party. I'm expecting it to be Georgia-Florida game,
already. Yeah, we just got to control the early last, like especially when we had Mullen, it just happened so fast. It unraveled so quick in the first half. It looked like it was going to be competitive, and then you just get back-to-back turnovers, and it got weird.
Oh,
So
that
we just
2021 game. That was a wild 2 minutes.
It was insane. It just unraveled real fast on us. It kind of unraveled the year before we jumped down. We was down 14 points, but we made a comeback with Kyle Trask and them boys, which was just crazy. But anywho, appreciate you for hanging out with us, Jim.
Yeah,
It was a pleasure. Tell people where they can find you at, my guy.
Yeah, so you can find me. I'm at Jim Wood, PMP on Twitter. My Got a Podcast is the show. We're on YouTube. We're on wherever you listen to podcasts. It's myself and my co-host John Powell. He's a fraternity brother of mine. Both Georgia grads. We have a blast. Usually have a bourbon and sit and talk about the dogs. So
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. All right, Jim. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for hanging out with us last minute, man. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Go Dogs.
Already. No. Don't go bad luck this weekend. Not good luck, bad luck.
Thanks, guys.
Hey, man, y'all press that like button. We appreciate everybody still hanging out with us. We got to talk some Florida State Wake Forest, but pound that like button. It don't cost nothing to show love. It's absolutely free. It helps us climb the algorithms and build our following for more people to come enjoy this content. Kenny, slide to your left a little bit, bro. We got half your face, man. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, man.
We ain't got to Wake Forest. Wake Forest, these people y'all be playing be so sorry, Kenny, that we can't even find writers for them sometimes.
Man, it's not even that, man. That's who knows? They doing wizardry and shit. It's Harry Potter University.
You got, I mean, they ran down on y'all last time y'all was out there, so I wouldn't be talking too greasy.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I went on a visit in high school, and I want to say they was playing a good Wake Forest team. That's when they was like in the top 25. You know, when their defense was good.
Right.
And then you get to college, and that shit was just like, where did that shit go? You know, but they did have one good player, the receiver. Hey, you know what I'm talking about?
A.T. Perry.
What's his name?
I think you talking about A.T. Perry. He was number 9.
I think so.
Yeah, he was raw.
He from Beach, man. Stop playing.
Yeah, that's 5'6", bro. You gotta put some.
That's my dog, man.
They had a little white boy receiver too.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the
Slot.
white boy receivers.
I don't know about that.
I respect white receivers, but I don't know any at Wake Forest. I just keep up with mine.
I only know one.
Well, you gonna be like, damn, I know who you talking about. It was like a Beasley.
At Wake Forest? No, I'm not gonna know who you're talking about, most likely.
He was like a Beasley, and you know Beasley route shit up.
Y'all 20.5 point favorite on the road, which is crazy. I think that's a crazy point spread, man. The Demon Deacons have won 3 straight versus y'all. Won 31-21 last year in Tallahassee. Clausen come to play Mike Norvell with that stick a little bit. Kind of own that boy, man.
Nah, Silk, you updated me on some information I didn't know.
Oh, I'm here to give you the deets. 3 in a row. Yeah, they big dogs.
Really?
That's big homie.
Hey,
nah, brother.
hey, listen.
It's tough to play in Wake Forest. He about to get it to you right now.
Hey, listen. It's a new identity this year. You know what I mean? Like AR say, we believe, but I'm gonna actually say that with some truth here. 20-point spread. You know what I mean? Like I said, I can even put something on the line where if they go down 20, we gonna win this game. That's how much I believe we gonna beat the shit out of them, or just get a W.
Clemson Tom ain't teach the streets nothing. AR. Still talking. Everybody's still talking greasy.
Yeah.
They been a big dog last 3 games, man.
I'm only saying this because, like I said, like if these boys got any heart about themselves, which I think they do, that little statistic y'all got going, it's circulating around that locker room right now. You know what I mean? It's them folks behind the scenes gonna tell you every little stat to make you mad, to make you just want to wash away history. So I don't see that 3 losses.
Big Dave Clausen.
I don't see it.
Dave Clausen, big homie.
I actually see a 30-point spread.
30 points, bro.
30
okay, I like it, bro.
30-piece family meal.
They are on like their 3rd string quarterback when you look at it. Well, they don't know who's gonna start this game. It's gonna come down to either Mitch Griffiths or Santino Marucci. We'll see who gets to start. You know, they playing a little gamesmanship right here with who's gonna play. Both of the teams y'all played last 2 weeks playing these type of games. But last week Marucci went 12 of 21 for 151 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Just not a pretty outing, but they beat a team that you say is tough to play at. They beat Pittsburgh out there in a tough environment, and now they got y'all at home coming off 3 straight.
I
30-point spread is what you got it at.
I think that's why no writers reach back. They're like, man, I ain't finna waste my night talking about this shit. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's hilarious. That's
But
probably why they were like, man, I ain't got time. This shit, spread 21, bro.
yeah,
Leave me alone. I got shit to
yeah.
do
I
Wednesday
told you they
night.
got this. But in a sense, like if they do got that mindset, I think they handle business and they treat them like it's any old game. But if they come in here thinking, oh, Wake Forest, they look at the record, third string quarterback, then that's where you can get in trouble with. And that's just anybody you suit up against.
Right. What are you hearing as far as like the health at wide receiver? Johnny Wilson back. There's people in the comments saying that Hakeem was on crutches in practice as well. Like, what's the health of the receivers like?
The receivers, they day to day. They are day to day for sure. Even just after the game, just seeing Johnny Wilson while I was going to retrieve my diaper bag, he looked to be in pretty good shape, just walking around the medical room and all that stuff. So he looked like he ready to go, but I think it's one of those things where you do ask for multiple guys to step up so he can rest up, because I don't think that this is the game to risk it even more.
You've been
So
looking for a number 3 receiver. Now you need a
yeah,
3 and a
but we
4,
did,
like
but we did it. He didn't
a
play that
2,
one
3,
game.
and a 4.
He didn't play Syracuse and shit. We was balling. You know what I mean? So I think
That
that
slow
you
mesh
got
be rocking people to sleep, bro. That shit been giving y'all hell, full of hell the last 2 years. All that,
what's
you
that?
know, the slow mesh offense, the way they pull that ball, it's been causing y'all a lot of problems. It's very tricky.
Yeah, it is, and I think that essentially we'll wean it out. This is a trial and error time still, and I think that as you see second half, we always adjust upward. Like we never go backward second half, and like I say, I like for the Jaheim Bell. I even like for the kick return specialist just to get more touches. You know what I mean? This is the week to do it, and so I don't think you risk Johnny Wilson anymore. Definitely with things with neck and above.
Yeah, Herb Street got y'all boys on upset watch too.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Herb Street said,
Hey,
watch out for Wake Forest, man, this weekend.
hey.
I just
They,
report the news, bro. Don't say I'm trolling. I just report what.
I'm just saying they paid him something to say that. They got to pay somebody to say something crazy. But it's all good. I mean, shit. It's Florida State again. Each week, shit. It's only a few undefeated teams in this nation, so
That's true. I need y'all to join the
yeah,
loss
you know what I mean.
section.
It's a lot of people thinking like y'all, so they probably used to it by now. We're gonna keep rolling, I
If
think.
everybody go to their woo lady, we might get what we want. So if y'all feel like me, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, but I think it's a part of the world that they do want to see, and that's the Knoll Nation. That's why we really are the biggest. Florida State fans all over.
No, y'all not. Y'all not
It's
the
in
biggest.
AR
Well,
heart. They just ain't show him love and Doak Campbell on his visit. It's in his heart though.
they ain't show me no love, man. The people ain't
Silk,
cool.
it's all in your family. You can't
Oh
avoid it.
no, we only got
Look,
one. We just got
you
my
can't
brother.
avoid
I
it.
don't know.
Look.
No, actually, I got 2 aunts that graduated from Florida State as well. So I do got some Florida State people. Everybody family does. That's what makes this show dope, right? Like
That's
everybody
funny.
got Florida State, Miami fans all throughout their family, bro. I got all of it. Most of my family in South Florida is probably Hurricane fans. With like, I got a couple uncles, some cousins and shit. Well, I'm in South Florida, but it's a mixture. But mostly at my house, my immediate family, we Gators, bro. That's how we vibe. That's how pops kick it. My brother's just straight away.
And that's what the hell I'm creating. So don't
You
come
named him
over here with
Kane.
nothing.
You named that boy Kane. That boy is going to Miami, man. It's gonna be some people on Twitter cussing you out about your son going to Miami when it happens, bro.
Ain't that crazy? You be like, what, y'all?
Need clips from YouTube. Gonna be
I
like,
thought y'all love me, baby. I ain't raw no more.
That shit gonna be. Hey, I don't even want to see that day. Don't even speak that up. Look, don't even.
Yeah, you gotta put that energy in the air and the atmosphere a little bit. Give me what
Nah,
y'all think gonna happen in this game. It's Wake Forest, bro. The spread is crazy to me, but I ain't respecting the spreads because, like I said, these spreads been crazy. But I think Florida State's 5-2 versus the spread this year, or something like that as well, though.
No,
man,
I think
give me Wake Forest, man. Give me Wake Forest by 10. Stop playing.
You
Y'all
believe that?
y'all don't even be having these close when y'all be like
I
going
believe that,
towards the
man.
ops.
I'm going for the upset, man. Listen, he picked Virginia over us. You hear me?
Bro,
So
That's
y'all ain't
crazy.
in the same caliber. Why you keep talking every week like we in
listen,
the same caliber as y'all? We are
we are.
not, bro.
We are. Y'all not
We
that
are
far
not.
away, my brother.
We are
Hey,
that far away, bro.
wait, man.
We're
Give me
getting better throughout the
give me weight
year.
by 10, man. Give me weight by 10, man. That's it.
And even and you can bring stat guy up. Shit, our defense balling right now. Look, bring stat guy on here now. Look, bring his ass on here now. Because we are gradually getting better. We are making that statistics accurate as to how we playing.
Think so?
I know
I
so.
think honestly, I do think y'all playing a little better. I will give it to you. You're playing a little better. You know, you don't look as sloppy as you did in the beginning. You know, first couple weeks, I was like, y'all look fraudulent. But now y'all, you know, you're standing on business. But the L is coming. And like I said, if it's not this week versus, you know, Wake Forest, just know November 11th, we coming.
It's on the horizon, bro.
We coming. It's Silk. Listen, that show go, boy. You better tell Beats by Dre, Casamigo, all on coming here because it's gonna be one crazy show.
We doing a concert, huh?
So that boy was drinking triple shots. Hey, that boy gonna be drinking even more on that vlog. Hey,
Oh yeah, that vlog, you about to go
don't
crazy.
get in trouble in Tallahassee, AR. Look, because they gonna
What they
they
gonna
gonna
do?
give
I
they
done,
gonna
I
give.
done laid out one of y'all. I laid out one of y'all mans up there, man. I'm
Wait,
still
what? You choosing violence up there? I wasn't talking about that.
on the field. Put them on it back. You know what I'm saying? The stadium was
All I'm
booming.
saying is they're gonna give you a lot of shots and an ass whooping. Look, and send you back with some Guthries. That's what they're gonna
Send
do.
them back with some Guthries.
They're gonna
I
send
ain't
him
gonna lie.
back with
They
Crazy.
said
a
the
box.
tailgate's some nice up there though. I give
Send
it
that
to
boy
you.
back with some 91 smoke barbecue.
Y'all got that country cooking up there, man. Barbecue and all that stuff. We don't be having that down here for. We be having steak, lobsters,
Y'all ain't
and
got that down there?
man, the
They
tailgates
be
be having
having
steak and lobsters, bro. I promise you.
y'all
Oh,
be
y'all got
roasting
more
pork.
like
They
Caribbean.
be having roasting porks on the big thing down there on that big
Bro, it ain't it, bro.
a lot of Cuban vibes. Y'all had strippers in the tent though. That was crazy.
I'm not gonna lie. That was,
Wait, what?
hey,
What?
that was bad bodies, man. That was bad
That's
bodies.
crazy. It's hard to find a bad body stripper in Miami, but they
That was
made it
Wait,
happen.
they had a bad body stripper in the
I seen the
tailgate.
A few
video.
of
I
them.
seen the video. I shout out my dog. I was like, I seen the video. I just kept scrolling, bro.
Yeah.
That's why y'all boys losing and shit. That shit's funky.
I'm all
It's
for
a
it. You
family
feel me?
environment, bro.
At least it's that. You feel me? But like, look, it was just. I was like,
What you?
You imagine going to a tailgate with your family and shit, y'all vibing, and then you just hear some loot going off, and there's a tent, and just like smell coming from it. Like, what's going on in that bitch? Lap
Hey.
dances and shit. That's insane to
oh my god, bro.
That is wild,
Hey,
man.
me.
They drinking
It's
that
also hot.
tequila AR talking about. They drinking that same tequila AR talking about.
For sure.
When I see the video, bro, that's all I can think of. I was like, that bitch gotta have a stench under there. I promise you,
Yeah,
bro.
she had that on Air Force Ones out there, like giving it up, giving it up with
They're
some,
wild. They're
and some
wild. Look.
dunks.
Hey, I bet the stadium was mad as hell. They seen it. Like, who the hell let this go down? You know what I mean?
Bro,
Somebody got an answer to this. Look, somebody
bro,
key card not working today. I guarantee you.
I ain't know
Somebody got
never
fired
seen it.
after that.
Man,
Strippers at a tailgate is the most Miami thing I've ever seen in my life. Like,
Hey,
that was crazy, man. The streets was going crazy about that. Though. I logged on the scene now. I was like, yeah, man. Nothing's left wholesome in America anymore, bro. Tailgates was the last thing we had, dog. That shit's gone now. Strippers there.
nah,
All
that's
right,
why
man.
that's why you gotta tell kids about it early. Look, they gonna see it. Look, imagine a innocent ass kid just going to support a football game and boom, he look over. How you explain to Junior what's going on?
Oh, man.
you will never unsee that ever in his life. Let me tell you.
No, never. Never. My parents took me on Bourbon Street as a kid, and there was some images painted on my brain for like forever. My brother can attest to that, bro. He's in the comments, dog. That day was never the same, or my life was never the same after leaving Bourbon Street.
Bourbon Street as a 5-year-old.
No, I was like 11, but
No, but
still,
hey, that's Man, hey, look, I went to Black Beach weekend, and I told my
Daytona?
mom. I told my mom this like years later. I like, Ma, yeah, when I stayed the night at my boy house, that's the only like real
We got half
sneaky.
your face right now, Kenny. Sorry, bro.
That's the only like real sneaky thing I've done
Yeah,
is that. And I went to Black Beach in high school, and I said, "Well, what is this? Girls going wild on it? Like this shit was like,
that was an era. Shout out to Girls Going Wild era, bro.
man, hey, I was,
You used to have to buy DVDs to see the stuff y'all see on Twitter. Like the fights,
I was
the nakedness, the
AR, the
wildness.
thing
You
is,
have to buy
I'm
DVDs
innocent.
for that shit.
I'm an innocent young kid seeing this shit, and
It changed. It turned you to a monster.
no, not even. I came back and said I still was innocent, man. I was like, man, this shit, wow, look, I can't do that yet.
And shout out to that though, man. No disrespect to anybody tailgate. I just thought it was hilarious, man. I don't want no beef, man. Everybody be out here beefing over podcasts and and jokes and whatnot. No beef, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen that video.
That was just hilarious. All right, what we got score wise? We breaking this down more. Where y'all at with it? Michigan is under some shit though. Y'all think Harbaugh get fired? They was in the middle of an extension with him. Let's talk about that too before we get up out of here. But score wise, bro, I want to lie. I gotta lie. I need y'all to lose, but I don't. Clemson don't have enough explosive players, in my opinion, to win this game. Only thing they're gonna have to do is out-coach Mike Norvell, but he has out-coached Mike Norvell the last few years, in my opinion. So he's gonna have to pull out a coaching miracle. They got home. It's gonna be their Super Bowl. Florida State's gonna get everybody's best shot on this run to the playoff they're trying to make. So I don't got them covering the spread. I think that spread is high, but realistically, I think Florida State wins by like 10 to 17 points. But I'm gonna go ahead and say Wake Forest and a nail biter out there. They just somehow Florida State commits a lot of turnovers. Nail biter, bro. A barn burner, old fashioned barn burner out there. I think they struggle with the stadium being on the road. They look very like they've had a good time this week at practice and shit. Like they vibing. They're not really locked in like that this week. They looking ahead themselves a little bit. They think they threw the gauntlet of the schedule, so they vibing a little bit. So I think they go on the road and they slip up, come out a little sloppy, get a home field team some momentum. 24-21, Wake Forest.
Ooh, yes, thank you. So thank you.
Oh
thank
my
you,
God.
thank you.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm with you, bro.
Man.
I'm
I
with
think it's gonna be 31-21, man. I think Wake Forest gets it done, man. I'm going out on that limb right there. 31 points by Wake. Coaching
a lot of punts. It's a lot of punts. Florida State
With
has
the
been
third
somewhat
string
stingy a little
quarterback.
bit.
Don't matter. Coaching masterclass. Preparation. Ask Georgia Tech. Preparation, man. And fight. That's all I need to see. Some
Georgia
fight.
Tech wasn't a master class of coaching.
Yeah,
bro.
like what is he talking about? That was a listen.
That's crazy.
Hey, I'm
That was a
trying
master
to
class shit show by your coach, but Georgia Tech ain't do nothing but just let Mario do Mario.
That game had probably the most arrests after a football game, probably in history of Coral Gables.
Probably. I ain't gonna lie, everybody was mad. I wasn't even around. I was out of town, but if I was at the game, I probably would have just swung on somebody.
You'll be mad. Like first Georgia Tech fan, you probably
No, who
Getting out
probably
the
is
carry.
mad though? Like the guys that tipped the scripper a lot and then lost. That's why you get the lap dance after the game, bro. Don't get it before the game because now you just spent money for an L. It don't sting. Whatever. Moving on.
Nah,
What you got for your score, Kenny?
I like it like 42-10, around that range.
Damn. 10 points at home. 42 on the road. It sounds like a cakewalk to me.
I'm gonna say cakewalk. I'm gonna say like a nice smooth rollover ass whooping.
No. Hey, so this is bait. You feel me? I'm trying to get that clip. So when it's closer than we think, he gonna say it's a hard environment. You feel me?
Yeah. It's tough, man. It's tough to play at Wake Forest, man.
Hey, look, I can only go off my mindset.
It's a Forest out there. This shit tough, man.
Look, I can't go off what their mindset is in the locker room, but I just know a win gonna come.
You said 42-10, so I got to mark the
42-10.
minute mark for that. Okay.
42-10. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got him.
What's y'all take on the sign stealing? They asked Prime. I don't know why they asked Prime, but they did ask Prime. I wasn't mad at his take at it either, but he said a lot of what Kenny was saying or our previous guests. Like, they don't really believe like it's that deep. You know, there's a lot of film out there, tendencies, but you know, evidence is evidence. Cheating is cheating. Do y'all think it's a big deal? Do you think Harbaugh get fired?
How do they go about that though? Because you hear that a lot with fans and like speculations. Like I just remember, you know, us playing Auburn, they were talking about sign stealing. Like, how do they know? Like,
so
you get what I'm saying? Like, is it like amount of plays that they do it on, or
I guess they say that there's a guy on the sideline or in the stands, whoever that watches the other team signals, but it has to be something internal because we know
I got to say,
there's 3 people out there giving signals. Only one person
got a dummy one. You got a dummy one.
Yeah, but they switch it every week, so you don't know.
They were filming and shit though.
Somebody inside is telling you.
Oh, so when technology get involved, that is when it's illegal.
Correct. They had people that was buying tickets and shit, and like to other games and filming shit. It was like it's like the Deflate Gate with the thing with the Patriots back in the day when they had that type of shit. It was a lot of espionage and like secrecy and just a lot of breaking of rules when it pertains to like filming hand signals and all of that stuff. But I mean, I think more teams are doing it. They just was dumb and got caught. But I think a lot of teams are still in calls like that.
How would you catch somebody fully filming? Like, you know, these
some dumb people out here, bro. Like, you'd be surprised they caught these dummies. Let me get the.
So they actually got caught. Like, this is for sure.
Yeah, they caught. Right now, it's just all about how the NCAA handles it. In my opinion, they still doing more investigating. But they were negotiating Harbaugh a brand new deal, and they announced that that pretty much came to a halt. So it's going to be interesting to see, you know, what happens, especially with Prime heating up in Colorado type shit, bro. You never know what may happen. I thought his take on it was interesting as well. Him saying that he didn't think it was a big deal. I do think it's a big deal, especially if you're sloppy enough to get caught. It could cost your team some past wins and some future situation when it pertains to even recruiting and, you know, with suspensions and whatnot. I want to see how heavy they come down on something like this because it's different with cheating with recruiting or, you know, giving away funds, which is kind of leaving the game a little bit. But when you're, you know, affecting the integrity of the game in that manner, I think NCAA, while they've been losing power, I think over the years, they're going to have to put the hammer down to flex a little bit if this type of cheating is going on.
Yeah.
I would say, like, if it come out, like, obviously, I'm pretty sure it's facts. But I'm trying to think as a player, and you go against the opposing team, and that opposing team know exactly what play you about to run and what route you gonna run. Like mentally, bro, they probably damaged like a bunch of players. Like got dudes thinking like they not good enough, we can't play. All because they literally like have the advantage. They know exactly what you're doing and what play. Like,
right.
That right there in itself is like insane to me. Like if
it's a lot of. I guess it is a lot. I ain't thinking about it in that aspect. Like
if
that
you
shit.
run a slant route, and I know you run a slant, and I jump it, and every time you run a route, I'm jumping your routes all on you. You're gonna be thinking like, maybe I need to get back in the lab. Maybe I'm not as, you know, like
I ain't got no sauce no more. I lost the sauce.
What you're doing, like that's crazy.
Now Vegas probably came down on. They probably won some games they weren't supposed to. All signals. There's a lot of a lot of variations of this shit. So
yeah.
I now I'm curious to see what they do. Like, but what can you do? Like Michigan take back wins, or what do you do?
All this
Fire?
No natty, I guess it don't mean nothing. They ain't win no
like,
natty.
I can see if they had a championship type shit, but
yeah, it would have to be like loss of scholarships and like bowl game bans, which I don't even. That's hard to do because there's so much money involved. That's heavy because they get paid a lot from that shit. Like those are big money grabs for them. When you miss those bowl games, it'll set you back. That set Miami back in the past, like financially. Like those games are huge for recruiting, money, a lot of shit.
Bro, that affects everything.
Yeah, I haven't seen nobody get hit heavy though in a minute, but we'll see how they handle Harbaugh. And they was having a real good year. Like that's a big distraction for a team that's having a good season.
That's probably all they get.
Let's be real though. You know someone gonna take the bullet for Harbaugh though. You know somebody gonna take the crash for it.
I thought somebody took the bullet was taking the bullet for Herm out of at Arizona State too, but he still had to fall. But he wasn't winning, so that's
Man, I
different.
think Harbaugh's a
Yeah.
little different. Like he got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, when you winning,
Yeah,
you the mob. You the mob for sure.
man.
Already.
Them boosters ain't gonna let that happen. The boosters gonna be like, man, we need some who.
Unless
Hey,
they were
Tony,
mic'd up. Look, hey, you always look. You see it in history. Shit, the big man always get
Yeah.
hit. Something mic'd up. Something.
Yeah,
They got something.
The kingpin can't tell on nobody. They going for the top dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's who the NCAA gonna want.
You know what? They probably been doing this. They probably been investigating this for a minute now.
Yeah, by the time we hear it, it's definitely old.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they probably got that little letter in the mail probably a year or two ago.
The NCAA pulled up like how the feds pulled up the DJ Envy shit. We need all the papers, bro. Y'all boys been wilding, man.
Yeah.
yeah, nah, he's tripping.
What y'all thought about? I seen them boys out there having a blast. Like Colorado, I like what Prime doing, and like these boys are superstars. Like regardless of the record, bro. Shador, Sanders, and my man Travis Hunter was at the Laker game. LeBron come and greet them. A whole lot of love, bro. Them boys is on some superstar level shit. That's gonna do crazy numbers till they like NIL and marketing and all. They was on the floor on the wood. And I don't think I've ever seen this in college football during the football season. Like they go to the Laker game, they on the wood kicking it. I think that's just some next level shit. College football is going to a different arena.
Hey Kenny, so if you ever seen me on a hardwood at a Heat game before NIL, just know I won't play the rest of the season. You feel me? So
Right.
now NIL, man, like I like what Prime doing. He got them boys out there, like he's allowing them to generate income, and using his brand and attaching it to grow all his players, and I can respect that because that turns into dollars. I already know he definitely set it up to get them on the floor, big game. Denver Nuggets versus the LA, the Lakers, LeBron James in town. Like, I mean, what better way to get get his name out there and like we doing now, talking about it, mention it. I mean, he's smart, man. I think he's a marketing genius, man. He's
for sure.
He got a good plan, and so it's big. Them dudes legit superstars. Like, I mean,
they superstars, bro.
Like,
you talk about you going like even when he did the watch thing, the amount of celebrities that were sharing that. You look at the graphics players committing now; they're starting to do that on even on the
NFL
graphics,
celebrations.
Yeah, the kids is low key icons out there. They making history, but they're gonna have to eventually win more football games. But from the start, I like the platform that he's built for them guys.
Yeah, for sure.
All programs aren't. This is just my take, and this is me talking with my team. I ain't planning to say this or nothing, but all these programs aren't really maximizing these kids' NIL. A lot of the stuff that they're doing, they're making money, but it's to promote the university. It's to promote these logos, but it's not really about them. What Prime doing different out there, he's building the brand around each guy. Like those guys are building their own brands. They're not out there to promote just Buffalo and the Colorados. I think most of these programs around the country are using NIL and they're paying the kids, but all they really promoting is these logos and their football player type stuff. But those guys out in Colorado are tapping in some programs around the country that's doing it pretty good. I think Ohio State's doing a good job of that as well with the NIL department, Texas and some others. But I thought that shit was dope. Seeing that, I woke up today. I wasn't watching NBA's opening night, but I woke up and seen it on the timeline. I thought that was fresh. Y'all boys ready to golf? We about to get up out of here. We appreciate everybody for hanging out with us. Make sure y'all press that like button. Subscribe to our channel. Check out all our fire content. We dropping some vlogs tomorrow from these guys, the last home games that they just had. We got a golf tournament that's cooking up for the Florida State Gator game, last game of the season in Gainesville. We have a course. We have, the style of play. We still negotiating in the group chat on how we're going to lay this thing out. But we're going to have a graphic for you guys, an announcement for you guys on Same Energy Sunday. Kenny, what up?
I need all my golf partners, whether you're a Gator or Florida State. It don't matter. Pull up on me so I can.
Pull up. Ahmmon, pull up too.
We're gonna make this a competition thing. So obviously Florida State gonna win this battle too.
I don't know about that, bro. I got some. My team. I like the prize money they got on it. So I was like, at first I wasn't gonna take it serious, but until we start putting it together, I said, I don't know. I might have to work on my game a little bit this year. But I recruited some killers.
I'm about to say we're gonna make the format too, where every golfer need a best shot. So Yeah, you gonna be involved too. You know,
They're gonna have to carry me. My teammates
No.
gonna have to carry a little bit.
You can't come through on one hole.
Bro, I'm gonna be out there like Haslam. I'm like Haslam on the Heat his last couple of years, bro.
Hey.
Like that's my contribution to the team, bro. That's all I got.
Nah, man, come on, man.
I'm gonna be out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be out there so I don't get fined. But it's gonna be super dope, man. You look forward to that. Kenny being out there killing it on the golf course. We got a lot of fans hitting our DMs and very interested in it. And we're gonna keep it rolling. We're gonna do more of these golfing tournaments. But Amon, if you ain't got that, we're doing it. It's gonna be Black Friday. We give a heads up on it. It's gonna be Black Friday. We're gonna do it the day before the game. So if you ain't got nothing going on that Friday, you can carpool with your boy. We go up there and kick it a little bit.
I pull up. Hey, I told you, golfing. I think it's in my blood, man. And maybe it's the hand-eye coordination.
Oh,
maybe
my
it's just
God.
maybe it's just an athlete in me. I don't know, but I played once and I was out there.
Hey,
cameras
you
out there. It's in your blood, man. Oh my God. Get out of here.
You see how I got my hat like lower like Tiger? You feel me? Like I look like a golfer doing that, bro. Be real.
Yeah, me too. When I go out there, before I swing shit, my outfit, all that gonna be on point, boy.
Yeah, you gonna be dripped out.
I'm bringing gloves and shit, all that, bro. I'm a little fly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
the picture's gonna look like you were doing it, huh?
I'm gonna get me some Jordan Gator, you know what I'm saying, golf gear. I'm gonna go out there with the shits. And the camera's gonna be out there too. So all that line of mine, we're gonna find out what them scrolls look like.
Hey,
Pause.
I was hooping in fours, man. Some off-white fours, bro. So I didn't have no grip on the ground to really drive the ball, and get that, generate that power. So I'm gonna come.
I don't want to see no drive. I want to see that short.
I'm gonna get some shoes, some golf shoes. I'm gonna get the glove. I ain't had a glove. I'm gonna get the one glove so I can hold it.
Yeah.
On it, pause. Hey, yo. Hey, that's it. Yeah.
It's time to get up out of here. It's time to get up out of here. Hey, we appreciate y'all for showing us love. Hey, join the show on Sunday. We got Same Energy Sunday, our recap show on Sunday. We run at about 7:30, 8 p.m. around that time. If you want to join the show, hit our DMs with your email address. We'll send you a link, which is a permanent link. So you already sent us, you already got a link. It's the same link every time. But come and kick it with us. We're gonna get things popping. I don't know how it's gonna work out, but it should be an eventful Sunday. And boys praying on my downfall. I don't need it to get ugly. That's all I just even if we close, I'm gonna lie on here.
I just need two.
So I need to be close because even if it's close, Kenny, I got some lies. You feel me? But if it gets ugly, then I gotta just deal with it.
They go leaving the hope gate.
Yeah, I gotta deal with the shenanigans. Hey man, like, subscribe, retweet our show, check out our vlogs. They dropping tomorrow morning. We drop some heat, man. A lot of dope content. It's the roll up. It's the vibes. Any shout outs for you boys? Get out of here.
Hey man, shout out. Hey, the Canes. That's what I'm on this week, man. We got a good game versus Virginia. Y'all praying on our downfall. We gonna get the win. We gonna handle business. And can't wait to beat Florida State November 11th. So,
hey, shout out to No Nation and shout out to my girl. I'm finna go eat this good dinner downstairs. So,
you got dinner
I'll
waiting?
see y'all later.
Must be nice.
Up? Oh man.
Hopefully my wife's still listening to the show. Must be nice, bro. All right, man. Y'all boys hold it down, man.
All right.
Yes, sir.